All right, we are live and recording. So hope you guys are having a great day, great Tuesday as I'm recording this. Going to be maybe a quick one because I know my wife is on the way from or way home from work, picking up the kids from daycare. So I want to get this done within the next 10 to 15 minutes before she gets home. But was thinking about what I wanted to talk about today because I want to start hopping on here, hopefully 2 times a week, two lives a week, because I really love doing them. Uh, but I wanted to talk about what I learned from dropping 50,000 plus on coaching and mentoring over the past 5 years, what I learned from this. And this popped up in my head because I just got off of a call with a awesome woman who wants to lose weight, has, at least 40 pounds she wants to lose. I filled out the coaching application and we had a conversation. She was so excited to get started. Just wanted to talk with her husband really quickly. And she just texted me saying, "Hey, I was super excited. I had to give him a call, tell him all the details. And I'm signing up for 6 months, paying up front and everything." And she's just super excited to get started. I'm really excited, for her to get started too. But her doing that and taking that initiative really made me think about all of the calls and conversations I've had with people who have decided not to take the leap because of just fear of failure, fear of this not working out for them, fear of them maybe not following through whilst spending money on something like this and investing in something like this. And it took me back to when I started my like full-time coaching business, basically January of 2021. So I've coached since 2017. In grad school, I had a handful of nutrition and fitness clients online, similar to what I'm doing now, but obviously the experience right now, that I'm doing with clients is just so much better, as time has gone on, evolved, grown, all this stuff. So I've been coaching since 2017, but it was really um, January 2021 where I took the leap after finishing grad school, after finishing my dietetic internship, passing my exam to become a dietitian. If you're watching this, you see probably like the degrees and stuff on my wall. It's where that came from. After finishing all of this, I was faced with this kind of road of, okay, do I want to apply for a more traditional dietitian job in like a hospital setting or something like that because it's just maybe more available than starting my own business, or do I want to take the leap and start my own business and build something that I think can really truly help people? Because I really felt like the hospital setting, the dietitians there, they are so good at their job at helping the people like in the clinical setting with that kind of specific help. But for long-term weight loss, I don't think it's necessarily that effective because, right, you see a dietitian for 10 minutes in the hospital maybe, and you go about your way, when you leave. So I wanted to create something that was really effective for long-term weight loss and transformation. So this would be the last diet, a person would ever have to do once they join my coaching program and fulfilled it for, however long it takes them to get to their goal. And so I was faced with this crossroad and I decided to go full-time on my business and give it a shot. And there was this business coaching mentorship that I stumbled upon that I'd been following on Instagram for a while that I came upon and had a call with them about all the details of like, how much the investment was to get started with this, what the details were and everything. And this first mentorship was about 10 grand. And depending on if you pay in full or do a payment plan. And I think the payment plan, it was a 16-week program. So just 4 months, 10 grand basically, or it was like 2,700 a month or something like that. And I did not have all of that money at the time. I just finished grad school, just finished my internship, which my dietetic internships are unpaid. I was not making money in this internship. So I didn't have really much money at all for this. I had enough money for the first month's payment around like 2,500 and that was it. And I ended up signing on like a few clients that very first month when I was kind of making this decision on if, this was something I was going to go all in on and do this business mentorship. And I made enough for that first payment and gave me just a tiny bit of cushion to make, I think it was like maybe half of that second payment. And I took the leap and I did it. And saw a ton of success, progress. Like I learned so many things from that coaching mentorship of how to make my coaching more efficient, how to make it a better experience for my clients, all this stuff. Learn more about like marketing and sales, quote unquote, the dirty sales word, which I really hate. I really hate the whole concept of sales, but it's something that's required if you're going to have a successful business. Learned a bunch of stuff with that. And it's all a lot of success. And my business grew for sure. But there was more that I wanted to achieve even after that 4 month. Like I knew there's more people I could impact. And so I ended up coming across another business mentorship and coaching program. And this one was a year long commitment. And it was, I believe, about 20-ish grand, a grand for the year, which is just like mind blowing to think about, right? Roughly, it was like about 2000 a month. But I took the leap because I really believed in if I have the resources, the guidance, and can learn the skills from somebody who has done what I want to do, who has been where I want to be, it will be worth it. The return on investment will be worth it long term. And I did. And so I invested in that coaching mentorship, and it was really successful. Like I learned so much more too about sales, marketing, making my coaching a better experience, made a lot of connections with other really good coaches that helped me to learn more, that helped me to create better programs for clients, better resources, this and that. And it was well worth it for me as like a business owner and coach, but also well worth it for my clients because like I said, I was able to give them a better experience from everything that I learned. Fast forward another year, wanted to grow even more and invested in another coaching program that was around like 2400 or 24,000 for the year. So about 2000 a month, and did that for a year as well. So within those just three investments, within literally like a 3.5 year span, I invested over 50,000 coaching and mentorship to be as successful as I can, not just like business wise of, oh, let me make a bunch of money, but so I can actually have a successful business, so I can stay in business to help as many people, right? Like this is all for the purpose of like, if I can't support myself, if I can't maintain a good business, then I have to go get another job and I can't have my coaching program that is impacting so many people. Like our clients in 2025 lost over 1,000 pounds total. So many awesome transformations, so many awesome uh just like testimonials and breakthroughs for so many people. And if I can't master the business side of things and staying open, quote unquote, then like all that goes away, and all those transformations, all those people who are positively impacted, all those people's children who are positively impacted from their behaviors changing, all of that goes away too. Well, that 50 plus thousand, like there were some parts of the coaching mentorships that I was in that I wasn't really a fan of. Like there were some marketing tactics, some sales tactics that I'm like, not really me. Maybe a little bit, feels a little bit too slimy for me because, like I said, I'm not a big sales marketing guy, even though it's necessary. So I passed on. So I didn't take every piece from that mentorship and run with it necessarily, or those mentorships, but I did enough to get so much out of it. And it was those mentorships, while there were some thorns in those roses, those were the best decisions that I ever made because it led me to be here, and it allowed me, like I said in the beginning, to get guidance and advice in a roadmap from somebody who has done what I wanted to do. Like these people that I invested in, they had built successful nutrition and fitness coaching businesses for themselves and also multiple others. So I'm like, why would I try to beat my head against the wall and try to learn all of this on my own, which if I would have done that in 2021, it probably would have taken me over a year, multiple years to learn what I learned in those first 16 weeks of that other business coaching mentorship that I was in. If I wouldn't have done that other one, that was a year long, to learn everything I learned in that period, it would have probably taken me 5 years to learn what I learned in a year there. Add on what I learned in that other year of being in that mentorship, in that coaching, that 3.5 year span, it probably would have taken me 10 plus years to learn everything that I learned there if I would have tried to do it on my own. And like I said, there would have been a chance that maybe everything that I need to learn to be successful with coaching, everything that I need to learn to do that, maybe would have taken me so long that I wouldn't have made it as a coaching business at that point. And there are so many of you who are in a similar situation with like your fitness and like business coaching, or business, like having a coaching business and fitness goals and business in general and fat loss goals. There's so many parallels too. It's so funny. Like there are so many of you who are like on that fence that I was in January of 2021, where you need help, you need other guidance, you can't figure this out on your own, or it's going to take years and years and years, or it might take so long you eventually fail and give up. But you're so scared to take the leap and ask for help for somebody who has been where you have been and has gotten where you want to go, and who has helped other people do that. And it just like really breaks me it breaks my heart when I see so many people who, like, I have conversations with them, and they tell me like this is so important to them, and there's so many reasons why they need to do this for their kids, for their family, for themselves. And then they let that commitment and they let the potential investment scare them away. And months later, years later, they end up being in the same spot, or it ends up taking them 5 times as long to get to their end destination of losing the 20 pounds or 30 pounds when you could have gotten that shortcut of hiring a coach to get you there faster. Now, obviously, hiring a coach doesn't dissolve you from doing the work, right? Like, you have to put in the work, you have to show up, you have to eat the food, right? You have to track your food if that's what you're doing. You have to do the workouts. Like, your coach can't do those things for you, but the coach can provide you with the game plan or the roadmap that's going to get you there faster without spending useless time on things that don't work, fad diets that just lead to a lot of weight loss, but then a lot of rebound after. It can help you to go through the process learning your body specifically, so now you're able to master your body composition, so you can keep that weight off for life. So the biggest thing that I learned from investing 50 plus thousand in coaching over the past like 3.5 years is just there's nothing more valuable than your time, because I saved so much time doing that. And there's nothing more valuable than like getting true guidance from somebody who, like I said, has been where you have been, struggled with weight loss. I struggled with weight loss myself growing up, who has gone where you want to go, who has succeeded with that, and then also who has helped hundreds of other people do the same thing. Hundreds of people who have been in similar boats of you with kids, a busy job, their own business, job changes, house changes, moving, whatever it is you can think of. Like, I guarantee I have worked with multiple clients who are in the same boat as you in all of those areas. But there's nothing more valuable than having something like someone like that in your corner that gives you the clear roadmap so you can focus on just executing versus you trying all these different things, mentally stressing yourself out about it. And like I said, your goal taking you 5 times longer than what it would take you, because those are years and months and time that you just truly can't get back. So a little bit of a, I don't know, rant tangent here, but just some thoughts I was having, after this client texted me saying she was getting started, because like her energy was that energy that I had in 2021, where I tried it so much on my own and wasn't successful. I knew this is what I needed. I needed to do this. I needed to get coaching because I needed to see this result that I wanted, whether it be to be finally down the 30 to 40 pounds and feeling healthy and feeling my best, being the best mom version of myself that I can be for my kids, for my spouse, or, whether it was in my case, having successful business and being, a full-time online coach, because I really feel that our program can make the biggest impact out of all programs out there. I really felt that, and I could tell she really felt that too on the call today. So it really inspired me to kind of share that. And also the 50 plus thousand doesn't even count the student loans of me going to grad school for nutrition and all of that. And the fee that I paid for my internship too, right? Like, that's technically mentoring. Going to college is technically getting mentorship too. So even if you add that, I mean, that's well above 6 figures of coaching. But even after that, 50 plus thousand in coaching. And I don't say that to like boast about anything like that. And I promise you, 3 years of nutrition and fitness coaching is not going to cost you $50,000, or at least it shouldn't. But I say that to just really hammer home the importance of, like, if you have a good coach and a good mentor, that investment will pay off and be worth it. And at the end of it, I promise you, as long as you do have a good coach and a good mentor that is qualified, knows what they're doing, has a lot of testimonials and a lot of clients that they've worked with that have seen success. If you do that, like, you will not regret it, and you will regret not starting sooner. Hopefully, this was eye opening, helpful. Just wanted to share that story, and I will see you guys in the next one.